Hey guys, I am really excited to share with you this next pass at your floor plan, and I've got for you today two different floor plan schemes to consider based on the feedback you gave me from scheme 1. So this next iteration I'm calling the single-story no-carport iteration. So we can see basically in the site plan that the garage is shifting forward, but for the most part the shape of the home is more or less pretty similar. We're still showing some building area here against these two 40-inch redwoods here along the grove. But other than that, on the site plan, not too much has changed. So let's zoom into the floor plan here and take a look at the changes. The big thing, of course, is eliminating the carport allows the garage to shift forward towards your front property line, allowing for the kitchen area to occupy this zone where the garage previously was. And by doing this, we can have a lot more glass along this back wall, facing out onto the redwood behemoths right here. I like this plan a lot. I am working with the City of Menlo Park's Transportation Division to see if I can't further reduce what they call for as a 24-foot minimum setback from your property line to the front of the garage. I feel like, especially if we go with the driveway turntable, we could probably further reduce the garage setback, bring it towards the front property line a little bit more. Though, to be honest, maybe we don't really need it. The kitchen here is really big. This kitchen is much larger than the kitchen I was showing previously, where the kitchen was occupying this zone, creating a kitchen, dining, living room, great room like this. Now we're showing more of like an L-shaped great room. And the kitchen's kind of tucked in here, but what's great, this kitchen is much, much larger. And we also have a quite large walk-in pantry. So this kitchen's huge, and it could be very, very clean, because with this walk-in pantry here, this could be where all of your rice cookers, your coffee machines, your blenders, anything that you want out as an appliance but you don't want to see all the time, could live here on these shelves in the pantry. And this walk-in pantry connects directly to the outdoor kitchen, so I really love this sort of flow around the outdoor kitchen, the indoor kitchen, and this pantry. I think this is really quite special. So some other changes, this used to be the little laundry alcove, so the washer and dryer have now moved to a dedicated in-house laundry room. The heat pump is now behind the laundry room. We'd be able to put some windows in here above this heat pump, maybe a fixed window high up on the wall to let light into this space. But yeah, I like this a lot. Your master bathroom has gotten a lot bigger. Now I'm showing a two-sink master bathroom with a tub and a shower. Instead of showing a separate tub and shower space, which requires a lot more circulation zone, I'm opting to show what's called a wet room, where the tub occupies floor space in a very large, oversized shower. So there'd be a wall of glass here. When you open the door, you'd be greeted by you'd see the tub directly in front of you. But there'd be a wall of glass here and shower heads along here. I think this is great. For the single-story option, Tino's room has gotten a little bit bigger. He now occupies the space where the office previously was. And the Namaste room is now shown here at the front of the house. I like this fine. It's a bit small, it's a bit tight for the Namaste room, but it does fit the rower, and it does fit the O2 bag set up here. And I would say that if we're going to put the Namaste room here, let's go with maybe some double pocket doors that could maybe often be left just in the completely open position, leaving a 6-foot wide cased opening between the Namaste room and the sliding glass door here that leads to a little step-out deck. I think leaving that open sort of gives us the best of both worlds, where before we had the kitchen here and it felt like we had a very strong connection between the front and the back of the house. But yeah, I think this is pretty great. You're getting a lot more living area by eliminating the carport. But I do think, though, that the two-story option that I'm going to show you next is just a bit more of a compelling option. So let's take a look at that. So we're back at the site plan for the single-story option, no carport. Now let's take a look at the two-story option. So by moving the master suite and Tino's bedroom upstairs, we free up a lot of floor area on the ground floor. I now no longer need to occupy this zone of the site, and I don't need to encroach on these 40-inch redwood trees. So I think this is pretty exciting. And of course, we still get to keep the carport. Let's take a look at how this floor plan is laying out. So still have the carport, still have the garage. The mudroom is still here off of the garage in this scheme with the washer and dryer in here, but as you've requested, we've got the door leading directly to the outside for some line drying. What you're seeing here with this dashed outline, this is the outline of the second floor above, and we'll get to that. But we come in, and we still have the kitchen, dining, and living room, great room here. But what's really phenomenal is now this wall here, which was previously a wall leading to some bedrooms, is now potentially open glass. Sliding glass door stepping out to the deck, lots of windows along the kitchen here, along the low counters here, and I love this connection. With all this glass around here, this now feels so bright and so open, both to these 40-inch giants here, and of course still to the 65-inch behemoth out here. I've opted to flip the kitchen layout, so now this wall here, it's not really meant to be a slatted wood wall anymore, but it's not a full height wall either. It would come up just high enough to host the refrigerators and some cabinets above, but this wall wouldn't touch the ceiling. That way when we're in the entry, we see that the ceiling continues over this little partial height wall. I like that move. The kitchen is, I think, the same kitchen as before, only I'm showing that the range and cooktop would be on the outside wall, and the sink would now be here at the single level peninsula. And again, lots of window opportunities along here. So I love this. I also really love the stairs wrapping around this elevator here. This elevator shaft would be a traction type elevator, not a hydraulic elevator, so you wouldn't need a separate mechanical room for this elevator, which is pretty important given how still relatively tight the space is for this home. But I love walking around this elevator, taking this flight up to a landing here, another flight up to another landing here, and then coming up to the high point of the stairs along here. I think this is really fantastic, and there'd be plenty of opportunity for windows or maybe even skylights around these stairs. Tucked in under the high part of the stairs would be the private nook that I'm opting now to show with being closed off with a barn door. So a barn door could slide over here, could be locked and closed off, but I think that instead of having a bifolding door here, a barn door sliding around here would just be a little nicer to not interfere with the hallway space. Because this is a two-story design now, I'm showing a powder room down on the ground floor, and behind the powder room would be where the heat pump would go. It used to be over here, but I opted to change the layout of the utilities to allow for more room to get out through the door here. So now the heat pump's back here. This powder room, this loo, would have a high window up against the ceiling. It would be a fixed window, which would let light in, but we wouldn't worry too much about the sounds of the heat pump coming through an operable window. Finally, on the ground floor, we come to where the master suite used to be. Now I'm showing the namaste space here. In a great position directly connecting to these large redwood giants right here. The rowing machine here with the O2 bag tucked into the corner back here. I think this is a fantastic ground floor plan, but I'm excited to take you upstairs too. So let's go upstairs real quick. Oops. Let's go upstairs. So we come up the stairs here, or come up the elevator here, and we come to this landing area which leads us to the master suite. And this master suite is a lot bigger than the ground floor master suite I was showing before. The bedroom's about the same size. It's a little bit longer in this dimension. But now we've got a really huge walk-in closet and a very luxurious master bathroom with a separate water closet for the toilet, two very long lengths of vanity, as well as that wet room. I still really like the wet room concept. I think an oversized shower here with the tub inside of that space is still the right move. Though if you're not keen on this idea, we can look at other layouts, but it's a very efficient layout to get you the function of both the shower heads and the tub. And this master suite is just phenomenal in terms of the opportunities that we have for windows. We can have windows along here looking out at these trees, high windows above the bed wall. Even when we come up the stairs, there should be a window here at the end of the hallway. I'm just loving this. One added thing that wasn't in your guys' wish list or brief, but I felt the need to incorporate just because of the opportunity presenting itself, was this step-out balcony. So through this sliding glass door, you'd have a 3.5 foot deep step-out balcony to really come out here and appreciate the canopy. I love this idea. It's not deep enough really for furniture. You know, if we wanted to put furniture out here, it would have to be about a 6 foot deep balcony, which perhaps we could try to accommodate. But I, for now, just really like just the step-out balcony. I think that's enough, but I'm eager to hear you guys' feedback on that. Coming up the stairs too and going the other way, we come to the second bedroom, Tino's larger bedroom, with his own ensuite bathroom and plenty of opportunities for glazing looking out onto these trees. And this little gray area we're seeing here, these are the this is the first floor footprint, the roof area. This is diagrammatic for now. That's not really what the roof would look like, of course, but that's just showing you the extent of the ground floor below. Well guys, I can't wait to hear your feedback on these next two options, the single-story no carport or the two-story with carport. Thanks guys.